Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. I am Noor. Lovely to see all of you guys again. Do you know what time is it? It is my May book haul time. So for the month of May, I bought 9 books and the majority of these books are from a book fair that I went to earlier this month. Only 2 books that are not from the book fair, and that I will show you first. So the first book that I have here with me is purchased by my cousin. You know the cousin that is such a Nicholas Sparks fan? Yep, that's the one. We went to the bookstore and we decided to get a book one day, and she picked the book from my hands, went to the cashier counter and paid it for me. So thank you cousin so much. The first book is The Picture of Dorian Gray by Oscar Wilde. I have been wanting to read this for a very long time. This is a gothic literature and it's about this guy named Dorian Gray who got his portrait painted, and I believe that over the years Dorian didn't age and his face just looks as perfect and as unaged as possible, but the picture or his portrait starts to show signs of aging and also shows whatever that is inside his soul and his heart. It is gothic literature and I am excited for that because I like gothic literature, so this is one that I am absolutely excited for. And there's also 3 short stories in this edition. It is called The Happy Prince, The Birthday of the Infanta, and Lord Arthur's Seville's Crime. So 4 books in one. Yay! The next book that I got is from Carousel, and I am super glad that I was able to have found this in Carousel because it is very hard to find in the book depository, and I do not want to buy it at Amazon because I have to pay for shipping. So I was very glad that one of the sellers in Carousel actually sold this book, and yep, it's inside here, so I'll just open this for you. So the book is called Kindred Spirit by Rowell, and this is the World Book Day for this year. Kindred Spirits is a story about this girl who is a Star Wars fan, and when Star Wars 7 was being released, she decided to go and watch it at the movie theater, hoping that there are also other Star Wars fans like her. So she was hoping that there will be Chewbacca or there will be people dressing up like Princess Leia. But when she arrived there, she realizes that there is only 3 other people and they are not even close to looking like a Star Wars fan. So I am just absolutely excited. I have Eleanor and Park, but I have yet to read it. So this is a very short story to get into Rowell's writing. So I'll tell you more about this once I read it. Now on to the books from the book fair. So earlier this month I went to this book fair that is organized by the MPH bookstore. They have this book fair, I believe, twice or thrice a year, and I have been to this book fair twice a year, which is at the middle of the year and the end of the year. So if you're living in Singapore and you want to go to a very good book fair, then this is a book fair that you have to go. I believe that it is always in the middle of the year, which is around May to July, and the end of the year, which is around October to December. So if you're living in Singapore and you want to go to a book fair, do check out those dates or around those timings. This book fair has everything for everybody. They have children's book, YA, adult, so a paperback costs $5. Hardback or those big paperbacks cost around $8 a book. And if you buy 10 books, you will get 1 book for $5. I love to go to that book fair with my boyfriend, and we both love reading books. So we will go there and we will buy like 10 books. We will just go crazy, and it's such a fun day for the both of us. For this book fair, I decided to get books that is in the out of my comfort zone list. These are the books that I want to try out. So warning, I have the faintest idea of what the books are about, and if I am wrong in any point of time, then do correct me at the comments down below. So without further ado, let's get on to the books. So the first book that I got is Let's Explore Diabetes with Owls by David Sedaris, and this is a collection of essays that he wrote that is pertaining about his personal life. That's the only thing I know. I do know that it is kind of a hit and miss. Some people love the humor that he has and love his writing style, but some people couldn't get into this book and they find that his humor is not funny at all. I hope that I will be in the one that likes this book and likes his humor, so I am just kind of excited to see how I feel about this. Next off, I got The God of Small Things by Arundathi Roy, and this is the book that won the Booker Prize. I'm not sure what year, but yeah, it won the Booker Prize. I've seen this around in BookTube and in the bookstores, and I've seen a couple of booktubers that I trust love this book, so I am pretty confident that I might like this book. I don't really know much about it. I only know that it is a story about two sisters that is in India. Next up, I got A Spool of Blue Thread by Anne Tyler. This is also another one that I've seen around in BookTube, and it's the winner of the Pulitzer Prize. I think it's for 2015. Since it's published in 2015. I know that this is a story about these two people that falls in love in 1959, and it's just a story of their lives, their parents, their grandchildren. I want to try out more literary fiction, and I think this is literary fiction, so I am excited for that. I've never read anything from Anne Tyler, so super duper excited. The next book that I got is from Jhumpa Lahiri, and it is Interpreter of Maladies. This book is the winner of the Pulitzer Prize for year 2000. So, you know, I have 3 books that are award-winning books. This, I know, this is a collection of short stories that is somehow intertwined and related to one central theme of the book. I want to kind of explore more and experiment more on authors that is from other countries. Really excited for this. The next one I got is Getting the Girl by Markus Zusak. This is not in my list, FYI, but this is written by Markus Zusak, and if you know Markus Zusak, yes, he is the one that wrote the very famous The Book Thief and maybe the not so famous I Am the Messenger. So I was really excited when I saw this at the book fair. I decided to get it. This, I know, is a part of a trilogy, but it doesn't say on the book that it's a part of a trilogy, so I am hoping that I could read this as a standalone. And this is essentially a story about these 2 boys who fell in love with one girl. So yeah, pretty simple plot, right? I love Markus Zusak's writing. It's just something that I like about his writing. I do know that this is kind of the basis for I Am the Messenger. I would like to see how his earlier works kind of sound like. If I can read this as a standalone, then I will tell you guys how I feel about it. And the last book that I got is Farewell Kabul by Christina Lamb. This is a chunker. It is like a textbook. And the reason why I got this is mainly because ever since I read The Kite Runner and A Thousand Splendid Suns by Khalid Hosseini, I got very intrigued with the situation that is in Kabul, and I want to kind of educate myself and learn more about what's happening there and about the history behind the whole situation that's happening in Kabul. I was very happy to have found this in the book fair for only $5. It's such a deal. Christina Lamb is basically an English journalist who has been living in Kabul for around 27 years. She talks about the situation in Kabul and she shares what is going on there. I just want to educate myself in that, so this is one that I am so excited for. If you are wondering where can you find Christina Lamb, she is the one that wrote I Am Malala with Malala. So if you have read that, then probably you might want to check this out. And then my boyfriend decided to get one book for me from the book fair, so he got me J.R.R. Tolkien's Smith of Wootton Major. Can you see this? This is such a beautiful little cute hardback. I'll show you the end pages. So beautiful, right? This story is Tolkien's last published work in his lifetime, and it's a folklore about this village called Wootton Major, and every 24 years there'll be a feast of good children where 24 children will be invited to eat this great cake. And this cake is made out of all kinds of ingredients, and if any of the kids swallowed one of these ingredients, they would have a special gift. So I am absolutely excited for this. I have read The Fellowship of the Ring and I truly enjoyed that book. I have yet to continue the trilogy. I am going to soon, I hope. I always tell myself that. But this is a very short book. It contains the story of the folklore and also other things like the background story of how this story comes about, and an essay of it, and an afterword, and the draft of the story. So yeah, it's very interesting and very excited for that. So thank you my boyfriend for buying this for me. Okay guys, these are all the 9 books that I got. Whoa! So share with me in the comments down below if you have read any of these books and what do you think of them. Until then, I will see you guys in my next video. Chill out!